Can see my screen? Okay, so thank you for the response, Zhi Qiang. Okay, so this is MakeCode Fun Challenge, and for those who have been following, this is a platform for you to get creative and share your MakeCode projects. So every month we have one team, and everyone get to build projects using MakeCode Editor and MakeCode, and then share your project with us. Okay. And today, what we're going to do is we have Zhi Qiang here with us to demo his project. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So after you have built your project, what you need to do is take a demo video, upload to Google Drive, YouTube, or Facebook, and then share with us in the form provided. Okay, the video link and your project code. And the theme for this month, okay, tema bulan ini, build a project with your MakeCode to play games. Yay! That's fun, right? So you need to design a game that you can play with your siblings or friends. And we hope that you can share your idea with us. Okay? So without much ado, I'd like to show you a simple game. Not simple actually. Yeah, but a fun game built by Zhi Qiang. Okay, let me share. Okay, can you see clearly? Okay, so this is using Rekabit. Okay, so let me start. Okay, so I'm using the other, okay, I need to unplug. Okay, let's reset. Okay. And okay, this is, I need to stop, let me stop sharing my screen first so that you can see. Okay. Okay, do you notice there are two dots? One is near button A and the other one is near button B. And then there's another sprite that is moving randomly across the LED matrix. Okay, so the objective of the game is to see my reaction. So when the moving sprite is directly on top of this, let's call this A platform and B platform, okay? So if the moving sprite is directly on the platform, I need to press the corresponding button, okay? And then if I press at the right time, then I get scores. Am I right? If anything I miss out or explain wrongly, please correct me. This is your game. Okay? So far, okay, right? Zhi Qiang? Correct, huh? Okay, I think I died already. Because there's a time limit of 30 seconds. Okay, within 30 seconds, I need to press A or B when the moving sprite is directly on top of the platform. If I manage to do that, I get 10 points. If I press when it is not on the platform, then marks will be deducted. Okay, so that's the simple, that's the quick explanation. Let me demo the game. I'll restart. Okay, getting ready now. Okay, and I need to observe the sprite moving. So when it is right on top, oops, I missed. Okay, I'm looking at the screen. So this is like, oh, the other way around. Ah, okay, I'm not good at this game. I think is it because I'm looking at the screen? Maybe let me try. Can I get it? Uh-oh, time's up. So let's check my score. Okay, I start with 10. Okay, and then every time I miss, deduct 1 point. And if I get it right, then can get 10 points. Okay, so now the score that I get is, oh, not too bad, 22. 22. Okay, so this is a simple game that not simple, but it's a fun game that you can build with just MakeCode and MakeCode Editor. Okay, if you don't have the hardware, you can also play the game using the simulator. Okay, so without further ado, let me pass the time over to Zhi Qiang to explain to us or show us his code, how to build this game. Okay, over to you, Zhi Qiang.
Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, I will share my screen first. So I think that everyone know about how to play about the game. So why I do this game is because I'm quarantined now, so it's quite boring here in the hotel. So I need a game to have more fun. So I built a microbit games here, and the theme for this month is the same as microbit games. Okay, so maybe we can build and do this game together. Okay, so am I lagging? No, no. Okay. So for all of you, do you want to build the game together?
Zhi Qiang, we cannot see your screen. Can you try to share again?
I haven't shared. Okay. Okay. So does everyone want to build the game together? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's create a new game before I explain about the game here. Okay, so how to create a new game, you just need to go to the main page of the MakeCode Editor and press new project. So give your project a name here. Okay, I will just type game, but for your side, you can name your own game. Okay. Okay, so let's start. We have two blocks here on start and forever. So we'll start with the on start part first. Okay, for our game here, as you see what Cheryl has shared just now, we have three sprite, okay, which is the A and B, and also the sprite which is running all over the LED matrix. Okay, so first we need to set the sprite. Okay, so how to set it? Okay, because when you haven't dragged any blocks from the game part, the variable will not have any sprite. Okay, so first you need to drag one of the block out first. Only you will have the sprite variable. Okay, so first we can drag this, which is sprite set x to 0. Okay, and then we drag into onStart and change this sprite. Okay, you can leave it as sprite and set this x is, we change it to brightness. Okay, we change it to maybe 50. And after that, you will notice that we have the sprite variable come out already. Okay, so for variable, you can have set sprite to the value of this block. Okay, so after that, you can drag three of this variable. First, we'll just leave it as sprite, and we need to create the coordinate of the sprite, okay, which is the running sprite. So we create this sprite, set the sprite to create sprite at center, okay, or you don't make it to center, you can change it to 0, 0 also can. Okay, and for the next one, for the first sprite will be the running sprite, the one that run over the LED matrix. And for the second and third sprite will be A and B. Okay, so you can choose new variable and rename it as A, and the second one will be B. Okay, for now, we have total of 3 sprites. And for A and B, you also need to create the sprite at X and Y. Okay, so you can duplicate it. And remember to change the coordinate to 1, x1, y2, and also x3, y2.
Sorry, Zhi Qiang. Your video is lagging. Maybe you can turn off your video so that you can save your data.
Okay, sure. If my voice is lagging, let me know.
So far, okay.
Okay. Okay, everyone can follow. If can, give me a reaction. Can I give me a like? Can I? Okay, so let's continue. So for now, you'll notice that we have 3 sprites ready, but for the brightness, actually we need to set A and B with a brightness which is lower. Okay, but the running sprite will be a brighter brightness, a higher brightness. So we change this to A, and you can duplicate it. Duplicate this block and change the second one to B. Okay, for now, you'll notice that A and B will be dimmer and the sprite which will be running will be brighter. Okay, so let's continue. After that, for a game, we will have score and also a timer. So how to make the score? Scroll down from the game. Okay, choose game and scroll down. You'll notice that we have a set score to 0. And you can change this to 10, okay, to be the first 10 score for you, okay, because this 10 score, maybe you need to use it because for the first 10 press, maybe you are not familiar with the game, so you can't or you're unable to press it when it's touching A or B, so you will miss it and it will deduct the marks. So the 10 score here will be marks for you to deduct if you press wrongly. And then for next will be our countdown, the timer for our game. Okay, you can drag it, start countdown, and change this to 30 seconds. Okay, for me, I will set it to 30 seconds, but if you want to play longer, you can change it to 1 minute or any second will do. Okay, so now you'll notice that every time it starts, it will have 3 sprites, A and B, and also the sprites, running sprite. Okay, so let's move on to the forever. Okay, everyone can follow up for the on start part. Okay, so for forever, we will need to do, we need to program the sprite, the running sprite to run all over the LED matrix. Okay, so first, we need to have a pause first. Or you can put this pause last also can. Okay, but this pause is to make the running LED or the running sprite become slower. So we give it a pause. And we continue with if-else condition. And for the condition, we change, we create it to this one. Okay, is sprite touching edge. So when the sprite touch the edge of the LED matrix, it needs to bounce and turn in any direction. Okay, so we make it to the sprite turn right by a degree. Okay, so for the degree here, actually, for now it's just turning right, but I want to make it to turn either left or right. So actually, how to make it? We can set a math, which is pick random, to make it turn either left or right. So for the value for the pick random, you can set it to 90 to 270. Okay, so why is 90 to 270? It's a bit hard here. Maybe you know, or some of you don't know why. Okay, I will just roughly explain. But you will learn this in maybe primary school or secondary school. Okay, so this will be the circle, the angle, which is 0 to 200 and 0 to 360. So for the 0 will be the direction of the sprite moving. Okay, we set this as 0. So this will be the wall here. Okay, this will be the wall because when it bounces to the wall, it cannot, the sprite should not continue moving forward because it will still touching the wall. So we will need to make it turn left or right or any direction. Okay, maybe it turn left, turn right, or turn here. How to say, this one will be the bottom left and also the bottom right, or just reverse direction. Okay, so for this 5 direction, the angle for this 5 direction will be 90 to 270 because this part will be 90, here will be 180, and here will be 270. Okay, so for this part, we will take the whole part from 90 to 270. Okay, so we set the value here to 90 from 90 to 270. And for this part, is 0 to 90 and also 270 to 0. Okay, we will just ignore this because for this angle, it will cause the sprite continue moving to the forward direction. Okay, so is it clear for this? I hope that it's clear for the explanation.
Yes, very clear.
Okay, so let's continue. So after turning the sprite, okay, we will need to make the sprite to move by 1. Okay, continue moving forward. And for the else part will be when the sprite is not touching the wall. So what to do is to just continue moving forward. Okay, so for now, actually this, okay, so for now you'll notice that our sprite is start moving already, moving around the LED matrix. But when you press A and B, there will be nothing because you haven't created the next program. Okay, so for this running sprite, it's quite fast actually. So what to do, you can change the pause value to a larger value. So if you think that it's quite fast, okay, you can change it to 200 or 500 milliseconds. Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, you can make it faster. Or if you are, still not familiar with the game, you can start with a slower speed. Okay, so it's moving slowly for now. Okay, we'll move to another block for the A and B sprite. Okay, now we need one more forever block. Okay, and this will be a bit long, the program, so let's do it one by one. Okay, firstly, it will be the first if-else condition. For this if-else condition, to check is to check your program. Is it the timer? Is it has end or not, or the score has minus to 0 or not? Means that if for the first 10 press, you're unable to make it to press it when the sprite is touching A or B, and you press it when the sprite is not touching it, and it will start minus your marks. Okay, so your score may be minus until 0, so we will need to have the game over effect. Okay, the first condition will need this logic, and for the boolean, we choose and. Okay, because we need to meet two of the condition. The first one will be if the game is still running, it means that the timer is not end. And the second one will be also a comparison to compare your score, whether it reached 0 or not. Okay, game score, and the value here will be 0. Okay, so for the if, we'll do it later. We move on with the else part first. Okay, for the else part, will be game over. Okay, can follow ya, and we'll move on. If you can't follow, let me know in the chat box. Then I will repeat. Okay, now we'll make the program for A and B button. Okay, so the first condition will be if the sprite is touching A. Okay, so when it's touching the A here, you'll need to press A button to add your score. So the first condition will be if the sprite is touching A. And you can get this in game. Scroll down. And here is sprite touching a blank. You can drag this in first. And you go to variable to get the A. Okay, and for the next condition, you can press the add button here to have the second one, because you need to do one more condition for B. You can duplicate it and change this A to B. Okay, for now, we'll do the program inside. So when the sprite is touching A, we'll need to press button A to increase our marks. So we'll need to have one more if. And the condition here will be button A press. Okay, so if button A is pressed and also the sprite is touching A, then you can, change the score by 10. Sorry, not set score, is change score. Okay, change score is to add or minus your score, and set the score will be directly set the score to the value you set. Okay, so we'll need to use change score, and the value here you can change it to 10. Okay, and we'll need to have a pause, because if you didn't have this pause, maybe when you press it, it counted as 2 times. Okay, so it's not accurate here, and you need to change this pause to, you need to have a pause here. Okay, now we have finished for button A, and you can duplicate it for button B. And change this to button B. Okay, can follow?
Okay, can.
Yeah, okay, so let's move on. So actually, you'll notice that there are 2 conditions here. Okay, if the sprite is touching A and if the button A is pressed. So actually, this condition can be combined together. Okay, so how to combine it? We can use the boolean here. And we need to use and boolean, which is the first condition will be when the sprite is touching A and also the button A is pressed. So when these two conditions is met, only we'll run the program inside. Okay, and you can drag this back to the if else condition. Okay, for this, for now, you'll notice that it's more clearer and more tidier compared to what we did just now. Okay, so same for the B part. Okay, you can duplicate this and drag it to B. And remember to change this to B. Okay, so for the else part will be our program for the sprite when it's not touching. So when it's not touching, if you press the button, it will start deducting your marks. Okay, so for the else part, you can add one more condition and set the condition to boolean or, because if our button is pressed or button B is pressed without the sprite is touching, then it will start to minus your marks. Okay, for the condition, you will need to put button A is pressed and also button B is pressed. Okay, so for the score, you can duplicate it and change score by -1. Okay, so for the score which need to deduct, okay, we need to add a negative in front and also the marks. So this will be deducting 1 marks if you do this action. And also don't forget about the pause. Okay, for the else here, you can close it because you don't need to use here. So you can just press the minus button to close it. Okay, for now, we have finished the game actually. So you can try playing with the simulator. Or if you have MakeCode, you can download it to your MakeCode.
How's everyone doing? Did you manage to build along with Zhi Qiang? Okay, let me check. How many of you did? Yay, eating. Eating is a student, right? You're a student, right? Eating or a teacher? Yes, a student. Okay. So we have students, we have teachers. So did you manage to get the game running? You can try. Maybe Zhi Qiang, you can show us the simulator in full screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before I move on with the simulator, let's have more fun because it's quite boring, right? Playing without any sounds or melody. Okay, so if you have done until this part, then we move on with the melody first. Then later I will show the simulator in a full screen and maybe we can challenge each other and see whether who can get the highest marks. Yeah, okay. So now we'll need to add some musics. Okay, on start, we can choose start melody. And you can change this melody to any melody you want. Okay, and I will choose entertainer for here, and you can change this repeating to once in background. So for this background it will start the entertainer melody, and also starting with this few lines of coding. So it will not pause at this block until it finish playing the melody, only it start with the program after that. So it will be running together. And for this part, they will need to have some sounds also. So you can choose play tone. Okay, we use play tone, middle C. You can change it to any tone you want. Okay, and change maybe for the beat part, you can change to a shorter beat. Okay, duplicate it, and same for the sprite when it's touching B. Okay, and one more you need to have for the button A and B press. So for this, it's a part which deduct your marks. So you can have another tone to differentiate when the marks will be adding or deducting. Okay, you can maybe choose a lower tone. Okay, lastly will be the game over. So for game over, we also use start melody and maybe wah wah wah, and also repeating once in background. Okay, so for now we have complete everything also with the melody. Okay. Okay, everyone done? Can follow until this part? If yes, type yes in the chat box, then we'll play the game together. Okay, Kocha yes, eating yes. Juhaida, can? Oh, practicing already. Cheryl also want to challenge all of you. Okay, so if you have micro:bit, it's more fun playing using micro:bit. Okay, because you have two buttons, you can press the button. Okay, if you have micro:bit, okay, you can just directly press these two buttons. If you don't have, you can use the simulator to play it, but it's quite challenging because you need to move mouse from A to B and moving and press. Okay, when it shows game over, okay, how to reset the game, just press A and B button. Okay, for micro:bit, you can just press A and B button together, okay, and it will reset the whole game. Okay, so for this game, it's testing your focusing. So you need to focus on the game, on the sprite which is running, and press it. Yeah, so when it's touching, you need to press. You don't know, the sprite will move in any direction. Okay.
Reaction game.
Yes, this is a reaction game. So and see what's the score I get.
So you have been practicing during your quarantine, Zhi Qiang.
Yes.
what's your highest score?
The highest score I get is 57.
Wow. I tried just now. So far, the highest I managed to score is 53. I need more practice. How about others? Cikgu Wong, dah cuba kah Cikgu Wong? Score berapa? And you think? Have you tried? And we also have Loshini and Jahida is Cikgu, right? Cikgu Wong. Then you need to press the buttons more. Just press only. I think that's the trick, right? You just press only. For me, it's like,
Yeah.
If you
Actually,
miss,
it's
you
just
minus 1. But if you ngam chun, then you get 10.
10.
So the trick is to press more often. but what I do is I also check the when try to guess the direction that it is moving in, and only press when it's like, oh, very likely that it will hit, then I press. Yeah.
So when it's moving towards the A or B, then you keep pressing it.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we managed to cover the whole game, and Zhi Qiang did a wonderful job guiding us step by step. Thank you so much, Zhi Qiang. Whoa. Okay.
Wow, 60.
Zhi Qiang, Cikgu Wong broke our record already. You need to practice some more.
No, Cikgu Wong, you need to change this delay to 100 milliseconds. So it's more challenging.
Okay. So we hope that everyone had fun building this game together, and there are many ways for you to change the game a little bit, edit, or you can even come up with your own game. We have buttons to press. We can actually, there are so many other inputs, right? You can shake, you can turn the screen in the input button. Maybe Zhi Qiang can show the input button, and then we have so many other things that you can try and explore with. So today we mainly covered the blocks in the in the advanced category drawer, specifically games. So there are other blocks that you can explore as well. For example, you can have add live, remove live, and then what else? And just now I noticed you can also use if on edge bounce. Okay, so have fun exploring, build your own game, and share with us. Okay, share with us. We'll love to see your creativity. Okay, so before we end the session, are there any questions for Zhi Qiang? Any questions? Anything at all? How's life in China? Is it different or not? Cannot answer yet, right? Because you are still under quarantine. You haven't had the opportunity to go explore.
Yeah.
Okay, so after your quarantine, go out and explore, and then maybe during the next session, you can tell us more about life in university overseas, and have fun. And thank you, Zhi Qiang, for joining us this morning, sharing with us this wonderful game. And we'd also like to take this opportunity to thank all our participants here. Okay, thank you for spending your Saturday morning together with us building this game. Share it with your friends, have fun, explore together. And that's all from me. Anything from you, Zhi Qiang, before we end the session?
Okay, so I hope that you're enjoying the session just now, and you can share your games, and you can build your games and share the link to the group. Okay, so everyone can challenge with you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Loshini asked, will you? Okay. Loshini, the session is recorded. So after I upload to YouTube, then I'll share the link in our Telegram group. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Happy long weekend, everyone.